Hey everybody, it's Stephen Gardner, best-selling author of A Bridge Over Troubled Wall Street, and I just had an article that I submitted to thestreet.com, and it's got a really unique message, and I wanted to share it in a video form, and then I'll make sure that there's a link somewhere on this page so that you can go and read the article. But I want to talk about how do you choose a trustworthy financial advisor. We come from an industry where, money, there's got to be a lot of trust. Trust with your money is paramount. And there's been, unfortunately, a few bad apples that have broken that trust. The Bernie Madoffs and all the people that you hear about doing terrible criminal activity with people's money. And I'm here to say that the majority of people that are in the financial sector are good people. I'm a financial trainer. So I work and interact with hundreds and hundreds of advisors and agents all across the United States. And there's some sleazeballs. There's some people that are definitely in it for the money. But there's also a lot of really good, hardworking Americans and even people that have moved here and gotten into this business. And so I want to tell a story, and then I want to give you 6 keys for finding a good, trustworthy financial planner, or maybe you need to end a relationship with one that you currently have. But the other night, my wife and I were watching Seinfeld, and there's this episode called the Sniffing Accountant. And Jerry's accountant keeps sniffing everywhere they run into him, and then he's got to run off to the bathroom. And so they start to wonder if maybe he's snorting their money up his nose. And it turned out that he was. And it was very funny. I recommend the episode, The Sniffing Accountant. But I went back and I learned that this is actually a true story. Jerry Seinfeld, before he became the $800 million man that he is today, he had an accountant that stole $50,000 from him and used it to buy illegal drugs. And so kind of an interesting story. But let me give you these 6 key tips for finding somebody. Number 1, what does your advisor's clients think of him or her now? It's important to get references when you're working with somebody on your money, because you want to know what do people think of this person, and there's a big difference between when somebody is chasing you and pursuing you, trying to get your money, and then how they treat you after you become a client. And so you just, it's okay. There's nothing unprofessional about saying, hey, could you supply me with 1 or 2 people that you've done insurance with, or that you've done annuities with, or mutual funds, or bridge plans, or whatever financial tool they're trying to show you. Don't be afraid to ask for references and have them ask, what's your relationship like with the company, with the advisor. So that's number 1. Don't be afraid to ask for references to see what they're like. Number 2, do you want a fancy title or do you want results? There are over 40 different designations with FINRA, anywhere from Certified Financial Planner to a LUTCF, MFP, RICP. There's all this alphabet soup that people can get additional training on and put on their business card. And that doesn't mean that they're trustworthy or any good with managing money. It just means that they've taken the steps to add to their credibility or to get educated in a specific area. So don't be thrown off by that. But at the same time, you want to make sure that someone has experience and a track record. The most important thing is what happened with that person's money under that person's care. That to me is the most important. Okay, do you want custom fit or off the rack? So there are groups like Edward Jones and Charles Schwab that may have access to thousands and thousands of products. There's also people in the industry that have decided to become exceptional in just a couple of areas. And neither one is better than the other. It just depends on what you're looking for. But you just have to fill out the person and see, when I presented my goals and my ideas, did they immediately come back with a product? Is that the most common thing they do? Or did I seek this person out because they're an expert in a few things? So, it's really up to you. Number 4, is your advisor authentic or just dressed for the meeting? You want to work with someone that's authentic. I go to these meetings and I hear, oh, sit down, see what's in the room. If there's fishing, talk about fishing. If they like the Lakers, talk about how you like the Lakers. That's all complete BS. The advisor should be completely authentic and genuine with you, and you should allow them to be. Don't put pressure on them to be what you need them to be, but at the same time, you should attract and work with the people that you like and that you have things in common with. Otherwise, it's not going to be a good relationship over time. But definitely look for someone that's being authentic and not someone who's just trying to build commonality bridge between the two of you so that they can get your money. Number 5 is the advisor and the company and product that he or she represents above the line of super credibility. So I hear a lot of times, oh, this sounds too good to be true. And I don't buy that anymore, because many of the companies today have specifically and purposely built products that are very, very good. They're trying to attract money. And these are A+ rated companies that have great track records with the Better Business Bureau, with the financial services. And so what you want to do is you want to say, okay, here's what's credible to me. Here's a line that I'm going to draw in the sand. And before you move forward with somebody or a company or a strategy, you want to make sure that what you're hearing or reading or is in their contract in the small print, that is high above the line of credibility. I call it super credibility. So, if someone's telling you something, it's just not adding up, or you can't find anything about the company, or it's brand new, maybe it's a startup or something, just be very, very careful that you know what you're getting into and the level of risk. But before you move forward, you should make sure that the person is over the line of credibility in your mind, all right? Okay, and the last thing is, are you trading money for real value? You've got to be very, very careful. Fees is the number one money maker in the financial industry. There was a Senator, Peter Fitzgerald, who said that Wall Street is the largest skimming operation in the world. And basically what that means is they're bringing trillions of dollars in, and then regardless of what your money does, they skim their fee right off the top. So you have to be careful and make sure that you're trading value for growth on your account. I speak with so many people that lost money in 2007, 2008, and their advisor still took their fee. Even most recently, as we ended 2015 and started 2016, they lost money and there's still that fee being taken out. So you have to be careful. There are programs out there where the company pays a one-time referral fee or a one-time commission, and that typically doesn't eat in as much. But I do believe that people deserve to be paid for the value and knowledge and information that they share with you. But you have to make sure and be careful, make sure that there's real value being traded for the money that they're getting paid. So those are the 6 things. The financial industry has changed a lot. You typically, to find what you're looking for, it's not the person down the street in the little shopping mall anymore. You've really got to dial in on what makes sense for me and who's a right fit for me. And I believe the best way to do that is to read, to get out there, find out what are the strategies that are available. Am I comfortable on Wall Street? Would I rather be in real estate? Would I rather be with an insurance agent or some suit that works for a big wirehouse? Really, it's up to you. But nowadays, you can find experts online, authors, you can find people that are in the media, people that have incredible credibility and skill set, and they may not be in your backyard. I mean, heck, if you had cancer and the best doctor for your cancer lived 2 states over, you'd jump on a plane, or you would make the drive. And the same is true of the financial industry. More and more is being done over the phone and over the internet. And so, you just have to make sure that person is credible and is intelligent and going to do what you need. But those were the 6 key factors that I wanted to share with you. Appreciate you stopping by today. If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. You can email me, Stephen with a PH at yourbridgeplan.com. Otherwise, best of luck with your money goals, and hope to hear from you. Thanks. Bye-bye.